I really don't
We in
care.
this decision because
Nah, me.
you should have.
Are you for real right now?
If we going on a first date, you should have told me you was on your period.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true. Not on my watch. Not on my blood. I don't gotta tell you nothing about what got going on in my body. Absolutely not.
You don't think if you're going on a first date with a guy, you should tell me on your period?
That's actually insane.
How?
Why do I need to tell you if I'm on my period? What do you want to do with that information?
I mean, anything could happen.
Nah, you just want to smash. That's what happened.
Now let's get into this topic real quick because Mama got a lot of things to do. You know, Valentine's Day is literally in 2 days and I got stuff to do. Now let's speak about dating, the almighty dating, because for some reason we got it all confused. Dating back in the day used to be a moment for two individuals to get to know each other, know their boundaries, know their families, see if they can even sit in silence together, because it's not all about that hot and bothered moment. You have to know if you can laugh with this person, if you can stay in silence with this person. You have to also make sure that your beliefs and lifestyle matches each other. Because sometimes you could be attracted to a person, but then they do not believe in the things you believe in, and it creates a problem down the line. Dating is not the time to smash. Yes, we know your bodies are hot. Yes, we know you're both attracted to each other, or maybe sometimes not. And sometimes you could be attracted to a person, but the second they open their mouth, it's like, God have mercy. And I wish somebody explained these things to me back in the day, because boy, was I jumping through hoops and jumping through red flags and saying, oh, don't worry, maybe they're just going through a bad moment, or maybe they will change down the line, or oh, maybe they would eventually love me enough. But no, the only person I blame in those situations is myself, because instead of me to walk away from certain situation, I stayed. So I don't blame any man that comes and does the most. I'm the idiot who stayed. So the period of dating can last between a week, a few weeks. It depends. There are sometimes in certain special situations you just meet your person in the first week and you know that's who you're going to spend your life with. But do not miss this stage. What happened to the men with chivalry? They used to be so excited to go out with a woman and bring her flowers or do whatever the dating scene requires, you know, excited to go get to know them. But we have normalized just casual sex so much that people don't have values anymore for relationship. How can you genuinely know if you'll be able to stand a person long term if we're so quick to jump into the sheets? And honest to God, I actually feel sorry for men. Like, you are not scared that you could get sick? Like, you meet a woman on a first date and instantly, boom, let's get it on, let's get it freaky. Like, are you okay here? And mind you, going on dates doesn't mean you have to go to restaurants. It doesn't mean that. But apparently in this new society, men feel so entitled, and they feel like if they buy you lunch or a dinner or just minimum, you're supposed to just open the legs. Like, how dare you? Like, who made those rules? And as you can see in this video actually extended for quite a while. And why is she even arguing with him? And to just top it up, she's the one who is even driving the guy. So wait, I would have kicked him out a long time ago. You guys are so quick to want to jump into bed with people you do not know. You don't know if they are spirits. You don't know. And if you do not believe in those things, you're on another planet, because a lot of things happen. There's a lot of negative spiritual things that go into having intimacy with an unknown. You have no idea what burdens that man is carrying on his soul, or the woman is carrying, and you just get involved with them. And most of the time, even I don't get it how people can go to the club just to dance and all of a sudden you end up with open legs. Like, how does that even work? We really need to work on changing this pattern, because I'm telling you, a man can only do as much as you as a woman allow him do. And this is not speaking about extreme cases where it is completely out of our control. Number one, as a woman, if you're going out on a date, always have it in mind, except you are just casually trying to have, you know what, then that is completely fine. But if you're trying to build something with a person, you have to take your time to know him. Number one, if you do find yourself at restaurants and things like that, always make sure you eat the value of what you have in your pocket. Never expect that a man would just pay for your meal and not expect more, because this is the generation we are in. Chivalry is completely gone. Now, also, you having your money on you guarantees that if that date does not go the way you want, because sometimes it's one thing being attracted to a person, is another thing hearing them talk. There's some people that would just irritate me the second they open their mouth. So my money is always on deck. 2, try as a woman to never overshare. Of course, you guys have to speak about the general things, but when it comes to your deep, dark past issues, they don't need to know that. They don't need to know if you were abusing your past relationship. They don't need to have those information, because half the time they will use those things against you. Half the time they will look at it like, she took all that, so let me see how much I would do. I've been in that situation before, that I thought I could trust a person based on the information I gave them, and they flipped it around. They thought, if she took that, then she can take this. No, the person I was yesterday is not the person I am today. You will F around and find out the hard way. Now, do not be scared as a woman to ask the guy the things that truly interest you. Are you a guy that likes commitments? What are you looking for? What are your long-term goals? What is your financial status? Because that could go both ways. Now, I'm not saying it is bad to date someone that has not reached a certain level, but from my experience, majority that relationship never lasts, because half the time, if you're doing better than the man, somehow he gets intimidated by you. It always happens. So find out everything. Find out his religion. If, let's say, you are Christian and he is Muslim, find this information out at the beginning, not when you're already emotionally involved with him. Then you figure out, oh my God, as a man I only marry Muslim women. Then you're stuck. And I'm sorry, this is even another topic I wanted to speak about. I do not understand women who say they believe in God Almighty and all powerful, and you change religion because of a man. First of all, if I was a man, I would never trust you after them, because if you could switch God Almighty for a man, then I can never trust what you would do. Ask them if they want kids in the future, because I'm sorry, majority of women, they've labeled us as baby makers, but not every woman wants to have children. And a lot of times women tell men this and they think, oh, don't worry, she'll change her mind later. No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. Some people are just not made to be mothers. So you have to find a partner that matches your own beliefs and your own vibe. Very importantly, women, ask the men about their family dynamics. You want to know, are you a mama's boy? Are you a man that stands on their own? Are you the kind of man that allows their family, in case we get married, control our relationship? Ask them all those things. You need to know that you will end up with a man that respects the union that he has with you and does not let his family control. Also, find out, is he an introvert? Is he an extrovert? You want to know, if you as a woman are an introvert and you love staying in the house, would it be a problem for the guy at the end? Or would he be in the streets every single day? Ask the questions. Ask the right questions. There are many questions you can ask. These are just a couple of them. Know exactly what you're getting into before you involve yourself physically. Because, honey, we all know when a woman gets intimate with a man, half the time emotions somehow just magically appear, especially if it was a good one. If it was a good hit, then she wants more. Sometimes women will fool themselves thinking they're in a perfect situation because the sex was great. So this is why I say, let the physical be the last thing on your mind when you're trying to pair up with someone. Because boy, oh boy, he could be handsome as hell but be a devil somewhere else. So please just be careful. And women, stop overselling yourself. If you're one of those women that, let's say for example, you're more lazy and everything, don't go on dates and telling the guy, oh, I can cook, I can clean, I can do all this and I can do all that, because you would not be able to match up that energy down the line, and it will create problems. And this saying that every single man wants a woman who can cook and clean, I promise you, I have met men that do not want their women in the kitchen. And this narrative that all men want natural women, that's bullshit also, because I have met men that in fact, let me use me as an example. There was once I had my nails, but I had taken them off, and when this guy I was trying to date came around, he was so disgusted for the fact that I didn't have my fake nails done. And I'm like, I don't understand. Half of you always say, oh, we want a natural woman. I'm just letting my nails breathe. So you have to know the kind of man you're dealing with. And for men, I'm sorry, if you see a baddie, it's either you deal with her or you don't deal with her. Do not take a woman who is a baddie and try to turn her into something else. She has to match your vibe and your energy. If you want a regular degular woman, go get you a regular degular woman. Stop trying to bring down a woman that is up here to here. If you cannot financially take care of a certain kind of woman, leave them alone. Don't insult them, just leave them alone. They're just not in your tax bracket, and that is completely fine. And I'm sorry, ladies, if you find yourself in a situation where the man is asking you on the first day if you're on your period or not, honey, block that. Block him immediately, because he's of no good values. Except both of you are ready for that kind of interaction, it shouldn't even be a discussion. Set your boundaries straight and let the rest chill. A man will only treat you the way you allow yourself be treated. Remember that, ladies. Let me go cook.